There are two things about our experience as human beings which go either unnoticed or which are overlooked as having any significance. The first of these is the fact that we pass from a state of consciousness or a dimension of awareness when we're asleep at night, in bed, dreaming or in deep rest, into an entirely different state, which is a different dimension of awareness. When we wake up, our eyes open, we get up, we're doing things, we're talking, we're walking, we're eating, we're making decisions, we're interacting with people, we're accomplishing tasks, reading and writing, and everything else about our waking state experience. It's taken so much for granted that we simply wake up and then we go to sleep, and that we are the same person in both of these experiences, and that they are sort of different aspects of the same thing. But this is a mistake because they're not. They are very different dimensions of awareness or states of consciousness. And when we pass from the one at night when we're sleeping to the waking state of moving around and doing things, this is an order of magnitude change when it comes to awareness. What ties them together is that there is a feeling of I common to both. It has variations, but in the main, it's this constant, consistent feeling of I, of me. I am now walking around, I am now talking, I am now accomplishing things in the world, and I am now asleep and I am dreaming. I had a dream last night. The other thing, which is even more significant about our human existence, is the fact that we can be aware of our existence. Animals don't experience this. They are instinctively alert, they're keen to guard their territory, find food, find mates, protect themselves, and things like that, but they are not aware of their existence as animals, nor are plants, nor are minerals. So the mineral kingdom, the vegetable kingdom, and the animal kingdom don't have this characteristic. But the human kingdom, the experience of being a human being with a physical body and a psychological body, includes within it this capacity to be aware of our existence. Normally, of course, we're not consciously aware of our existence. Of course, we go about and we know we're doing things, but we're not cognizant of the reality that we exist. And we're not cognizant of the fact that we can be cognizant of this, that we can be aware of this. This is another order of magnitude difference between just walking around and talking and thinking and doing things. And at first glance, it may seem that this awareness of our own existence is also part of that feeling of I. But if you look more closely, you will see that's not true. Your awareness of your existence includes your awareness of a feeling of I, who's walking around living life, dreaming at night and so on. But the awareness of it is something else. It's not an identity as the feeling of a person. And it is this awareness that has the potential to expand even farther into an even greater dimension of another order of magnitude of consciousness, of awareness. All of this can seem theoretical, and it can be spoken about intellectually, conceptually, in great depth, but it remains more just as a formula and a theory, a description, an idea. This idea of passing to higher and higher dimensions of awareness. But where it can become practical is to go back to where we started and to understand when we pass from the sleeping state at night and we come out of deep sleep and we're now dreaming, and then we we enter this second state. We wake up and we start talking and walking and such. This is a dramatic shift. This is a big shift, a big expansion of awareness. Something large, something significant, and really something majestic is happening with awareness when this happens. However, this is what happens is we wake up and then we go back to sleep at night, and then we wake up again and we go back to sleep at night. And even though it's a significant, dramatic shift, it goes unrecognized as being significant. And more importantly, we never go beyond that. Very rarely do we go beyond from the second state to this third state and remain there for any extended period of time. And that's where the second factor comes in, of learning to recognize, realizing that you're aware, realizing that you're conscious, realizing that you exist, and having it become a conscious realization, as opposed to you're doing things, you're busy, you've got plans, you have commitments, you're dealing with stuff, you have pressures in your life, you have regrets, you have hopes, you have fears, you have anxieties, and you're preoccupied. And when you're preoccupied with all these things, your sense of yourself is immersed in all that. You are identified with all those things, and those things comprise your identity. And rarely are there clear, simple moments where you realize beyond all of those things, you exist. And there's an awareness of your existence. This is also majestic. This is sacred ground, this awareness. Cognizing this, recognizing and realizing of this awareness. And this can become a reality, a great discovery. This is an endless discovery, this realm, these increasing realms of conscious awareness. And this is what all the teachings about awakening and enlightenment are talking about. They're talking about no longer remaining limited to the first and second states of consciousness, and awareness beginning to realize itself in a larger, a higher, a more expanded dimension. And with the possibility of expanding even beyond that dimension to even higher dimensions.